Once upon a time in a village in Africa, there was an old woman. She was so old that her age was just a mystery. You know those super old people you sometimes meet and you're like, how are you this old and still going strong? That was this woman. But unlike those old people, she had a secret. Her secret was that she was actually a tree. Not like she turned into a tree. She was always a tree. She was a baobab tree to be exact. And she had been watching over this village for hundreds of years. Now, the baobab tree is special in Africa. It's not just any tree. It's like the wise old grandpa of the trees. The villagers knew she was special, too. They knew she was super old and they respected her for it. So they would always go to her for advice. You know, like when someone needed help or when someone was confused about something. They'd go to the old woman, the baobab tree, and ask her for advice. One day a young man came to the baobab tree. Let's call him Kola. Kola was a hunter. He was strong and brave, and he thought he was the best hunter in the village. One day he went hunting and he saw a beautiful bird. It was a bird he had never seen before. It was so beautiful that he couldn't take his eyes off it. And you know what? The bird felt the same way about Cole. She was also mesmerized by his beauty, so they just stood there looking at each other for a long time. Now, you may be wondering what's the big deal about a guy and a bird staring at each other. Well, here's the thing. The bird was a magical bird, and when she looked at Cole, she was basically saying, "Hey, you're pretty, wanna fly away with me?" But Cole didn't understand this. All he saw was a beautiful bird and he wanted to catch her and add her to his collection of, dead animals he kept at home. So he took out his spear and he threw it, but he missed. The bird flew away. He was so obsessed with catching this bird that he didn't even realize that he was trespassing on the land of a very dangerous animal. And that animal was a lion. The lion was huge and angry, and he was not happy that Cole was in his territory. The lion pounced on Cole and well, let's just say that things didn't end well for Cole. When the villagers heard what happened, they were very sad. They went to the baobab tree to ask her why this had to happen, and the baobab tree said, Kola was too focused on his own desires. He couldn't see anything else. He was so obsessed with catching that bird that he didn't even see the lion. If he had just listened to me when I tried to warn him, none of this would have happened. The villagers were deeply saddened by the loss of their brave hunter, but they learned an important lesson that day. They learned that no matter how strong and skilled you are, you should always be aware of your surroundings and never get too obsessed with one thing that you miss the big picture. So yeah, that's the story of Kola and the lion and a very important lesson we learned from it. Do you think Kola could have avoided his fate? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this story, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more amazing African stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay open-minded, and always remember there's a lot to learn from the stories our grandparents used to tell us.